Rankin Bridger. So yeah, man, we about to do a little video of Suge Knight, and basically Suge Knight is trying to out here trying to drop some new receipts, everybody, on a couple things. We probably didn't know about the whole Tupac situation. And hold on one second, let me cut my speaker on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's get to it. So yeah, that's what Suge Knight had to say. He's speaking from prison cell. Um, this is hold on, y'all. Hold on. Something ain't right. Give me 1 second. Okay. Got a little technical difficulties here. Gotta go back around and do this again. And what's happening? Gotta get this connection right. Alright, there we go. There we go. That's the magic sound. That's the magic sound I need to hear. That means we connected. So alright, y'all. Hold on. Cut the pan down just a little. Okay. Boom. Alright, we're gonna start it, y'all. Hear what your boy Suge last night had to say.
Snoop and other people been having people trying to bail the guy out, keep his in because he talking too much. Raising them trying to do stuff for puppy because they say he talking too much. So we.
What? Dang, this breaking already. Y'all hit the like button. This breaking soon as we ain't a minute in yet.
Feeling like it's gonna be alright until we go to the hospital and see that it ain't alright. He got tubes in him and it's like, when I walked in, I could just feel like he wasn't even there. And I fainted. Only way you were on radio, if you was at the fight was together. Two, we always go to the fight together. We always go to the club together.
Snoop Dogg's name just got dragged into the Tupac case, and this time it's coming straight from the feds. New evidence has surfaced, and Suge Knight just dropped bombshell receipts that could change
Damn. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. Hold on.
everything we thought we knew. For years, the whispers have been there, but now the dots are finally connecting.
Y'all hit
Could one
the
of
like
hip-hop's
button.
biggest
Y'all hit the like
icons be
button.
more involved than we ever imagined? Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight's story is one of the wildest in hip-hop history. But to really understand how these two went from being ride or dies to bitter enemies,
Y'all see that dog? That's Damu.
you gotta go back to the early 90s when Death Row Records was running the rap game. Back then, Death Row wasn't just a label, it was a whole empire. Suge Knight was the king. Dr. Dre was the genius producer, and Snoop was the golden boy. A young, lanky crip from Long Beach with a smooth flow and a whole lot of street cred. His debut, Doggy Style, dropped in '93 and immediately shook the industry. And behind all the success was Suga, larger than life.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when Doggy Style came out, man. I used to play that, man. I knew that CD back and forth, bro.
Always in a suit, always puffing on a cigar, looking like a villain straight out of a mob movie. He wasn't just feared, he was respected. If you were rolling with Suge, you were untouchable. But the problem with power, it makes people greedy. At first, Snoop didn't mind.
I know this AI right. She say Suge. Cat to some black sheep. I don't know if I could do copyright music on here. I don't know how to do that. But I'll see.
Was getting rich, the music was fire, and Death Row was at the top of the world. But then came the Money case, and Snoop got arrested for his alleged role in a gang-related killing. The trial dragged on, and his career was basically in limbo. But the moment he got acquitted in 1990, everything started changing. The Death Row Snoop had Dre was already out, tired of Suga's heavy-handed ways. Tupac was gone. And Snoop? He wasn't trying to be the last one standing in a crumbling empire. Death Row wasn't just a record label. It was a full-blown street operation. If you were in, you were in. But if you weren't, let's just say, it could get real dangerous, real fast.
Tupac took it as if I wasn't down with him no more, as if I was side busted, as if I was scared. Death Row looked at me as like a traitor.
Yeah, 'cause they say Snoop was dealing with Diddy and Biggie back in the day. And they say when Pac found out, Pac like basically he thought they was homeboys, and he basically turned his back on Snoop right before he died.
Day. Actually, I fly back home from New York. And normally on a private plane, it'd be Pac, his security, me, my security, Suge, and a couple of his homies. This time I go to the airport, my security walking with me. Suge like, hold up, they can't roll. They gotta catch a regular flight. So now I'm like,
Damn, so he told them, hey bro, you can't ride with us on a private jet. You messing with Diddy and them, we don't rock like that. So Suge probably knew what Tupac been calling Diddy. He been calling that man out. I mean, this is 20-some years ago, 30-some years ago.
okay. First of all, Pac ain't said to me though, from that moment on.
But everybody else has security.
Yeah.
By 97, Snoop had dropped Thaw Dog Father, but there was one major
$5 father. Father. Just say $5 father.
difference. Dre didn't produce a single track on it, and if you listen closely, you can hear the shift. The whole album felt like a goodbye letter to the gangsta lifestyle Death Row thrived on. And
the Dog Father, that was I think that was under No Limit, because when Snoop had left Death Row, Master P had took him under his wing and made sure that he was safe, because Snoop was scared for his life, y'all. Oh my God, this man said, Southpaw, voter die. Wow. Okay, I might die.
that's exactly what it was. Snoop wanted out, but leaving Suge Knight wasn't like quitting a regular job. This wasn't just a contract. It was a life or death situation. To make a move and fast. Enter Master P, the New Orleans mogul behind No Limit Records. He had the money, the power, and most importantly,
See, I ain't seen this before, y'all, but this is she telling y'all exactly what's going on.
a different approach. Unlike Suji, who ran Death Row like a dictatorship,
Suji. She went from Suge to Suji. I don't know what she got going on.
Master P actually taught his artists about business. Snoop saw the contrast and took the leap. He signed with No Limit in '98, but not before throwing a few parting shots. Years later, he straight up called Suga the devil and credited Master P with saving his life. And Suga, he wasn't happy. He felt like he made Snoop who he was, and the fact that Snoop was now thriving without him, that stung. For the next few years, Suge was still trying to flex from behind bars, but Snoop wasn't scared anymore. By the
So yeah, when Snoop left right after Pop died or whatever, and Snoop left right after Pop died, but the night that Pop died, they got into a fight. I know everybody know this story. They got in a fight in the hotel, and when they caught Suge Knight on camera fighting or kicking the guy or whatever, that violated his probation, because he was already on probation. So when they seen that violated his probation, and he had to go spend jail time.
early 2000s, Snoop was in full control of his career, and he let it be known that he wasn't ducking any smoke. That's when he dropped Pimp Slapped, one of the most savage diss tracks ever. Just straight up disrespect. He even clowned Suge's prison status, calling him out for not being locked up in the roughest part of the system. At this point, Suge was heated. The death row empire he built was falling apart, and now Snoop was out here treating him like an afterthought. In 2002, things nearly came to blows at the Vibe Awards, but Steve Harvey, yes, that Steve Harvey, had to step in and play peacekeeper.
That's when Steve Harvey had the man unit, y'all. That's when he had that man unit. Cat Williams had clowned him in a comedy battle and told everybody, yeah, man, that's a wig on your head. That's why Steve Harvey went bald, because he basically they called him out in that battle, Cat Williams, back in the day.
It didn't help that 2 years later, Dre got sucker punched at the same awards show in what many believed was a setup by Suge.
Snoop got hands put on him, y'all. They got the paws put on him at an award show.
Things were messy, and it was clear the beef wasn't dying anytime soon. But life has a way of humbling even the toughest dudes. By 2013, something had shifted. Snoop, now older, wiser, and deep into his weed and funky music era, started reflecting on his past. And surprisingly, he didn't hate Suge anymore. In an interview with Vlad TV, he even complimented Suge. He put the whole beef behind him. Fast forward to 2018.
From Suge to Suge.
Snoop and Suge randomly ran into each other in Vegas.
When we wasn't cool.
Right.
I seen him in Vegas. I was moving around doing my thing. And while I was getting the hotel room, she said, "Hi, Suge." I'm like, turn around.
And they actually talked. Snoop actually forgave him. Just like that, the war was over.
And the whole conversation is, I loved you. I could have saved you. I had nothing but love for you. And this conversation was, I love you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. Why did you try
Y'all think he for real though? Well, he said, why did you what?
to get me pop pop?
He said, why did you try to get me pop out?
When you love me, you know what? I forgive you. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. It's a side that wants your head right now. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You gonna walk up out here, we're gonna be cool from this day forward. And we've been straight.
By the time Suge went down for good in 2018, sentenced to 28 years for a fatal hit and run, Snoop had already made peace with the past. And in true full circle fashion, when Snoop finally got the rights to Death Row Records in 2022, the first thing he did was dedicate a song to Suge called Bygones Be Bygones. Snoop even spilled all the tea during a Breakfast Club interview. According to him, it was never really about hatred, it was about control. Suge wanted to mold him into something specific, but Snoop was never the type to let someone put a leash on him.
You got a record label, you got artists, and I've done this before. You really want control of that artist, but some artists deserve their own control in the lane, and you got to give it to them. Yeah, you got to, Hey, man, I'm from the West Coast. It comes with the rules and regulations of the game. I knew the job was dangerous when I took. No, it was serious.
Imagine someone putting a price on your head, making sure you knew they wanted you gone. And years later, you're just chopping it up like it never happened. Well, that was a...
I don't know if I could do that, y'all. I don't know. I'm pretty much like 50 on that era. If you try to take me out of here, bro, I ain't got too much else I can say to you or about you. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Until Suge Knight was back at it again, throwing some wild accusations at Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Diddy, claiming they're all part of some secrets.
Damn, that's Diddy and Snoop, and that's Diddy and Dr. Dre right there. I'm talking about they face to face. Like, look, like they got the damn Mason handshake right there. I don't know if y'all know, but I ain't gonna be quiet about that one.
Society, which now that we know everything about Diddy, it doesn't really seem that wild.
Every time you see one, you see another one. Start painting their fingernails.
According to him, the moment an artist starts painting their nails and rocking more feminine fashion, that's the industry's way of letting everyone know they've been claimed by this so-called secret society. And
y'all hear what they saying about the fingernail polish?
of course, Suge had receipts.
The next step. Game bought fucking Lamborghini. I thought he got more money than Game. Why you buying his man a Lamborghini?
Wow. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Game said he had I don't remember what years it was, but he said he spent like 2 years with Diddy. So what you think Game seen when he was with Diddy? That's what I want to know.
And all Diddy sold so I bought a Ferrari, man.
That's what's up, man.
It was just a Tuesday.
I say he bought him a Ferrari on a Tuesday. Like, wow.
This is your video.
You know, your homies in the Lamborghini. They probably never rode the Lamborghini. But once again, that secret society, for this thing to work and fix it, they got to start all the way over.
He even brought up an old ASCAP Awards moment where Andre Harrell presented Diddy with a lavish watch in front of everyone, calling it a confession of love.
Once they start painting their fingernails and wearing women's clothes, they got you. I mean,
Damn. Y'all think that's where Drake get that from? There's a lot of them paint their nails, Yachty and all of them. They be painting their nails. I ain't never, nah. I'm from the old school. We don't do that.
They give a Puppy Award to ASCAP Awards. Andre went up there and got him a Spencer watch. He gave it to me in front of everybody. He basically confessed his love to his man. Another man confessing his love to another man.
Dre is not playing in that gym if you can't see.
It's crazy.
In Suji's mind, all these moments weren't just acts of generosity or friendship. No, they were signs of something way deeper. Now, let's be real. This isn't the first time Suji has aired out some suspicions about the industry, but this is giving grasping at straws. Snoop clearly wasn't taking any of it seriously because instead of clapping back, writing a whole essay, or even dropping a cryptic message, he just reacted to it with a crying laughing emoji and a shrug emoji. That's it. But let's talk about Snoop and Tupac, because even though they were both megastars under Death Row, their relationship was far from...
Yeah, I heard it was like a little bit of friction because Snoop basically was the top guy at Death Row before Pac got there. And then when Pac got there, it went bananas. It was insane, bro. That shit was, yeah.
Perfect.
That was it. My old voice, Tupac was on the show. I step off the plane. I'm like, Pop, you going to Vegas to the fight? I said,
That's when Pac found out that he was chilling with Biggie and Diddy and them. That's when that happened. So he telling y'all how Tupac reacted when he found out that he was messing with Biggie and them.
that's the last time I say my bye.
Tupac, fiery and aggressive, was all about the East Coast-West Coast war, while Snoop, he wasn't so sure about all that. He had love for both sides, and that did not sit well with Pac. The tension became undeniable when, just days before Tupac's, Snoop publicly stated in an interview that he had no beef with Biggie or Puffy.
We always used to hang out. I love Biggie and I love Pac, and both of them love me. So how I look saying Biggie?
Yeah,
Because I'm with Pac. We was on the same.
yeah.
They rapping the same. We rapping. We got the same struggle, the same hustle. Why we can't get along?
Yeah.
Why we can't like these?
Well, Tupac reportedly felt betrayed. Suge Knight himself later confirmed that after hearing Snoop's interview, Tupac refused to speak to him.
On the radio, Snoop was, saying that's Pac on the bush. He'd do a song with Biggie, he'd do a song with Puffy, he'd do all these songs. So Pac was so mad because.
So I think when Dr. Dre left, because Dr. Dre, when he left Death Row and he started Interscope, Aftermath, my bad. Aftermath. I think he might have did a song with Biggie that we probably never hear. And we probably never hear now because Diddy in jail and, who's to know what songs was made or whatever that we'll probably never hear.
Pac loved those dudes. He always rocked them. And he brought it up. He said, man, I just came to put you, but I put everybody on Death Row. I put everybody on my album. to make sure they were going to fly out.
And then Tupac was down in Las Vegas. This is where things get interesting. When Tupac and Suge Knight got caught in Las Vegas on September 7th, 1996, guess who wasn't there? Snoop Dogg. He had skipped the Mike Tyson fight that Pac attended, a fight that was heavily publicized and where tensions between Death Row and their enemies were peaking. Ever since
Damn, so why you, damn. So why y'all think Snoop didn't go to the fight though? That kind of looks suspicious right there in itself. That looked very suspicious. The night the man get, knocked off, you're not there. Like,
then, Suga has been claiming that Snoop knew something was about to go down and made sure he wasn't anywhere near Vegas that night. And honestly, that's a major red flag.
And for it, that's the day, like, nobody in our world doesn't go to fight and everybody goes to Club 662 after the fight. Everybody. So we were surprised when Snoop didn't show up because they got ringside ticket paid for. We were surprised they wasn't at the club.
damn, so Snoop done, they bought tickets to the fight and didn't go. Wow.
But later on, we all learned why Snoop did not show up.
If you're part of Death Row at the height of its reign, why would you miss one of the biggest nights for the label? Snoop's radio interview after Tupac's death only made things weirder.
We was playing a video game. We kept getting a whole bunch of calls and pages. Somebody told us to turn on the news, and we turned the news on, and we seen the news. I drove down into the hospital because I wanted to see him. I said, make sure he was straight. I'm thinking that he was gonna make it. I said a little prayer to him in his head. And held his hand and whispered that,
Now, when he said all this, I heard this story, but I don't know. It's conflicting stories that don't align with what Snoop was saying. So yeah.
Said my piece when he didn't have no consciousness, but I felt like my spirit and his spirit connected. I felt like he got it.
His demeanor was off, and many felt like he was holding something back. Someone even wrote, he has a new version about the incident every time he speaks about it. That's insane. But here's the thing, this is...
Wow. They say he got a new version every time he tells the story. It's eye-opening, bro. This is interesting right here, though.
It's only the beginning of the story. Suge Knight stirred even more drama on his Collect Call podcast, and this time, he straight up put Snoop Dogg on the hot seat over Tupac's. He made some bold claims, suggesting Snoop has some serious explaining to do about what really happened in Vegas on the night of September 7th, 1996. The way Suga sees it, Pac always kept it real with Snoop, put him on All Eyes on Me, and showed him nothing but love. So, if the rumors are true, there's a lot Snoop needs to answer for. And Suge isn't just talking, he's bringing up specific allegations. He claims that Snoop warned Daz Dillinger not to go to Vegas with the rest of the Death Row crew that night.
Daz was on situation saying that Snoop told him they can't go to the fight, can't go to the club, can't go to Vegas or something. Because something will happen to Vegas.
Were you in Vegas?
No, we heard about it, and they was trying to get us to go to Vegas. And we was like,
Damn. Man, this shit making a whole lot, man. This shit, man, come on, bro. This shit put the pieces of the puzzles together. Hold on, bro.
Dog Pound, we was really on our front shit. You know what I'm saying? We was
At
already
that time.
set. We was already set that front.
Daz was like, no, I'm not going to that. If you want to go with this, you're going, it's going to be all the bloods there, blah, blah, blah. And then the homies are going to be there. And I was like, dang, I didn't really think of it like that.
That's a huge accusation because it suggests Snoop might have known about the setup before it even went down. And that's just one piece of the puzzle Suji is putting together. Then, he turned to another big question. How did Snoop and Warren G find out about the shooting so fast if they weren't even in Vegas? Warren
Damn.
G once said on Drink Champs that he and Snoop learned about Pac through a Nextel radio while in Los Angeles. But Suge is calling BS on that. Basically, he's implying that Snoop and his crew had a play-by-play of what was happening in Vegas in real time, which in Sugi's mind raises a lot of red flags. And then there's the hospital. Suge Suge says Snoop never visited Tupac after the shooting, but
Wow. Damn, this is deep, bro. So I guess what Snoop was just saying, I guess he lied, bro. Damn. I guess he lied. I don't know. It's conflicting story. That's all I can say. I ain't gonna say nobody lying, but it's conflicting stories.
Snoop, on the other hand, has publicly said multiple times that he saw Pac before he passed, even describing the moment on the Impulsive podcast.
Feeling like it's gonna be alright if we go to the hospital and see that it ain't alright. He got tubes in him, and it's like when I walked in, I could just feel like he wasn't even there, and I fainted. Then his mother, got me up and walked me in the bathroom and had a conversation with me about being strong. She was like, "My baby ain't never seen you weak. I don't want you to be weak in front of him. You go in the bathroom and fix yourself up and you go back."
I wish Tupac mama was still alive so she could tell us if that was really true, if that really was true. Because she would be able to corroborate what he's saying right now.
Back in here, and you talk to him, and you tell him how you feel. My baby loves you.
But Suge, he's not buying it. Fast forward to today, and Suge Knight is still not stopping. This latest claim came straight from Suge himself during an interview with The Art of Dialogue on February 24th. He's still behind bars, and he's coming for Snoop again.
So, Snoop didn't go nowhere in the hospital. So when it happened, as you know, for some strange reason, but now we know the real reason, Snoop did not attend the fight with us or the club, the after party at Club 662. And what's so crazy about that, we thought it was strange that he wasn't there. This is the first one he did attend.
Snoop knew Tupac was angry at him.
He told.
So this is the first time he didn't attend. This is the first time he didn't attend. Okay.
Right, he's like, well, look, Tupac hates me right now. He mad at me. He hates me. So I feel bad. That's why I didn't go up there. And Tupac's mother said, well,
Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Art of Dialogue, y'all go check his channel out, man. He got some very good interviews on there. Monumental interviews. He got some interviews with your boy Keefe D also. So yeah, check it out.
oh, look, Pac was mad at me too for a few things I'd rather not swear to put some stitches, she said, right?
According to Suge, Snoop Dogg has been working behind the scenes to bail out Dwayne Keefe D. Davis.
Damn, why were you trying to bail him out? Hold on. Question. Why would Snoop be trying to bail Keefe D out?
same man accused of playing a key role in Tupac's murder.
Instead of just saying less, since I've been in here, Snoop and other people been having people trying to bail the guy out, keep you because he talking too much. Raising him trying to do stuff for Puffy because they say he talking too much.
And if that wasn't wild enough, Suge is suggesting that Snoop might be nervous about what Keefe D could reveal. Suge said even he was approached about helping Keefe D get free.
They even had somebody talk to me and say, hey, you can help him get free. I said, look, I don't have nothing to do with none of that, and I'm not leaving prison to go to nobody county jail. To the point they were saying, well, you can't leave and sacrifice a little bit in the county jail to stop that black man from getting life. Hell, no. I ain't wishing bad on him at all, because I don't want to see nobody go to prison.
At one point in the interview, Suge takes things way further, saying that if he ever ended up in the same jail as Keefe D, things wouldn't end well for him.
As I find out more details about certain things, I probably would go to the Vegas County Jail if me and Keefe D were studies. We had a good conversation after I give him, six upside his head, another 6 in his body, and another 2. But yeah, that's definitely didn't happen with Suge didn't go to the hospital.
Safe to say, Suge still has major beef with Keefe D, but what's really crazy is what he said next. Suge claims that Snoop's involvement isn't just about Keefe D. It goes even deeper. He alleges that Ray J once told him Snoop bragged about his role in setting up Pac's...
What? And one thing I find funny, Ray J always end up in the middle of something. When rest in peace, Whitney Houston, he was in the middle of all of that. Ray J always in the middle of something.
First of all, you gotta understand, him, Puffy, Ray J, all of them, they got puppy ties. And apparently, Keefe TBD telling it all. You know what I mean? And the more he talked, the more they get hurt about the situation. And you know, it's always a sad situation when we allow everybody to get into these events of wars or whatever you want to call it, because we all lose. Sometimes people lose their freedom, sometimes people lose their life, but it's bad for business, it's terrible for the culture.
Now let's be real. Suge has a long history of throwing out accusations. And
Hey, them were bars right there, though. You know what I'm saying? It was them bars. Those are bars.
some of them have been wild, but this one hits different. We know Keith D has been cooperating with authorities. We know that his arrest has brought up old questions about Paxman. And now Suge is throwing Snoop's name into the mix. But the real question is, why now? And what exactly does Suge think Keith D knows that could be so dangerous?
He said how Puffy was coming over there throwing money around to have Tupac and have me. He played his part in the situation because he never said nothing to nobody. So his involvement. So, and you don't gotta take my words, take his own words. So that played a role in changing the culture of hip hop. And I also feel that Puffy also, he didn't do it on purpose.
Then he made an even wilder accusation about Diddy.
But some of the things he did took another great rapper from the West Coast Brothers, which is Nip.
Oh my God. This man said Diddy had something to do with Nip? Oh, that one right there, that's a reach, but yeah, that's a reach right there. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
I mean, Nip is just doing fine.
Now let's really think about this. Snoop Dogg owns Death Row Records now. After years of beefing with Suge, how did he suddenly end up running the very empire Suge built? Was this all part of a long game? Suge seems to think so. He's convinced that once Tupac was out of the picture, Snoop was handed longevity in the industry while Suge got taken down. And when you really break it down, the timeline is insane. Suge lost everything. His power, his money, his freedom. Meanwhile, Snoop transformed into a global icon, untouched and thriving. Now here's where things go from rap beef to serious legal trouble. Reports say that federal investigators are looking into Snoop's connections with Keith D. If there's any proof that Snoop had financial transactions or communications linked to Keith D, this could open up a whole new chapter in the Tupac case. Now, you already know Snoop wasn't about to sit there and let that nonsense slide. He hopped.
Wow. Let's see if you try to clean this up. Let's see what happens.
Into the comments section of a post about Suga's claims and kept it short and very shady. This ninja won't stop talking about me mad because I own Death Row. I realize your real lies. And let's be real, he has a point. Ever since Snoop took control of Death Row Records in 2022, Suge has been livid. He's gone on multiple rants about how the sale was fraudulent and that Snoop and his business partner Michael...
Oh, yeah, I want to tell y'all something. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Y'all remember this. Real eyes, real lies, real lies.
Harry O. Harris essentially stole the label from him through some shady bankruptcy.
So that's Harry O right there, y'all. That's the person who basically bankrolled Death Row when they first started. He was the one. He was the big dog. He also he did plays and stuff too. And one of the first plays that Denzel Washington was in, I think he funded it or whatever. It was called A Raisin in the Sun. I know y'all had to read that book in school if y'all my age.
Loopholes. Suge even claimed that Death Row was only transferred to Snoop and MNRK Music Group because a lawyer failed to show up in court, leading to a default judgment in 2013. According to Suge, that's when he technically lost Death Row, and the whole process was illegal from the jump. Now let's pause for a second. This is coming from the same Suge Knight who's been caught changing his own Tupac story multiple times.
So they saying that Suge might be putting 100 on 10 too. So they saying Suge might just be putting this out there just to say it. So yeah, y'all, let's just keep watching it. It ain't got too much more.
minute, he swears Pac was planning to leave death row. The next, he's saying Pac was never leaving. It's giving desperation. But here's the thing, Snoop didn't exactly deny everything. He just called Suge mad because he lost death row, and fans, they're divided. Some believe Suge, others think it's just old beef resurfacing. So, where does this all lead? Well, Keefe D's trial is still not over. In fact, the trial just got pushed to 2026, and Keffy D's team is now claiming he wasn't even in Vegas the night Pac was they say they...
Now, that I don't believe, because he done told the story a million times about how he handed the gun to Orlando, and you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't like that right there. He ain't gonna be able to fight that in court because he got too many interviews. I think he was on the murder rap documentary. Yeah, it's a lot that he has said where he was implicated himself. So that's basically why that's why he look like this right now, y'all. He got a big mouth. He talk too much. If he would have shut the hell up, none of this would have came to the light or whatever. But thank God he got a big mouth so we can really know what the hell happened. And when he get to singing on that stand, it's gonna be trouble. They say 2026, y'all, we gonna know what's going on. That's when the case gonna be in the courtroom. So 2026 is gonna be a lot like unveiled that we probably have never heard.
They've got a private investigator ready to back it up, plus fresh evidence that supposedly proves someone else was pulling the strings. But here's where it gets shady. Keffy literally told on himself in his own book, Compton Street.
I just said that, y'all. I just said that, dog. I just said that. Come on, bro.
Prove someone else was pulling the strings. But here's where it gets shady. Keffy literally told on himself in his own book, Compton Street Legend, laying out exactly what went down that night. So, how is he suddenly trying to rewrite history? With this last-minute trial delay and these wild new claims, things are getting messy. And let's not forget, Suge Knight has been screaming for years that Snoop Dogg had something to do with this. Is this new evidence just another desperate move? Or is there really someone bigger behind Pac's murder? One thing's for sure, this is far from over. The Tupac murder case remains one of hip-hop's biggest mysteries, and now Snoop Dogg is at the center of it. For now, we'll have to wait and see if more evidence emerges. But something tells me this case is just getting started. Let us know what you think about all of this and watch our next video for even more drama.
Hey man, y'all check out the Petty Show, man. Yeah, man. That's basically just live right now. Y'all kicking in the Comment Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, definitely share, definitely hit the notification. Y'all hit the like button before I get out of here, man. All right, y'all. Peace, man. And one. I'll be back probably later on with another live.